viewers of As Soup as Possible. I'm Nina and I'm from India, from the south of India specifically. I already made dal makhani, right? So I'm going to make rasam now. And rasam is something, it's such an amazing dish. I can't tell you. And it's complete comfort food. It's a beautiful soup. And in fact, one version of rasam is now what the British call Mulligatawny. Mulligatawny soup. It's actually from the Tamil word Mulligatawny. Mulligatawny means chili water. It's very watery, so I guess it's more of an infusion of flavors. And it's a little spicy, so it's good when you have a cold, when you need your head to just be cleared. It's nice to drink it. We mostly eat it with rice, a little bit of rice mashed up really well, and a lot of rasam. Tur dal or thoram paruppu in Tamil, and it's only after moving here that I realized it's called split pigeon peas. I don't know what it was called in English till I moved here. Yeah. So that's another staple in a South Indian kitchen. Tur dal. We make our sambar with it. We make a lot of dishes with it. So I'm making what we call takkali rasam, like tomato rasam. It's very basic and it's a favorite in my family, definitely. And there's no way of making it less spicy. Okay, so I'm just going to make it with the normal amount of chili and everything that I normally use. Okay, so I'm going to first cut the ginger. Rasam is very forgiving of ingredients. I mean, you can put ginger, garlic, tomato, no tomato. You can make it with dal, without dal. So basically, it's just that the water has to really be infused with all the flavors. And it's a very simple thing to make, but my grandmother used to say that the simplest things are the toughest to make. So I've got a bunch of ginger here that I've made into little strips. I've got green chilies that I'm just slitting, and we never remove the seeds because that's the fun, right? To get the spice. I mean, why would you remove the seeds from a chili? Why? What's the point? It's not asparagus. I've learned this from just sitting on kitchen counters and watching. That's how I know most of my home cooking. I grew up with a lot of cousins and we used to love to look at recipes and make them. So we used to meet every Sunday at my grandmother's house. And after the fantastic, amazing lunch that she would make for us, we would just sometimes make things, simple things. By the time I was 14, I started cooking quite a bit. I really do love cooking. It makes me feel, it kind of just helps me focus. You know, if I have an edit later, if I have to write a script, whatever I have to do, even if I have to go on a shoot, while I'm cooking, I can just gather my thoughts. And it's nicer than daydreaming because at the end of it, I'm actually daydreaming when I cook, but at the end of it, I have something I can eat. And I used to cook a lot with my friends, even in college. Sometimes we just bunk our classes, come back home and cook together. So even among my friends, we all have special things that we make really well and which we enjoy when the other person makes. There's tomato, ginger and green chilies in this. And I've just covered it with a little bit of water and I'm just going to let it cook. Turmeric is an integral part of South Indian food and Indian food in general. In fact, you shouldn't have to say turmeric in a recipe. It's like salt. And this is rasam powder. So I put 2 teaspoons of rasam powder and a little bit of turmeric and just let it cook down a bit. It's cooked. I'm just going to add the watery part and I'm going to use a sieve. So this is another thing I do. Like a lot of people put it whole. I don't do it that way. I prefer doing it this way. So it's just the water that goes in. I just like it more this way and I like it to be as thin as possible. This is best eaten with, to cook some rice, mash it up really well, or even couscous. I love it with couscous. I pour some of the hot rasam over it and I close it and the couscous cooks, right? This is my little trick which I observed from many years of sitting on kitchen counters, which I've seen people in my family do. We bash up some cumin seeds and pepper and add it. It doesn't have to become a powder, it just has to be bashed up a bit, that's it. I like it to be completely clear. So before you serve it, after you make it and you close it, all the solids settle to the bottom. So I just like to have the top part. But some people like to stir it and have it with the stirred portion. Bit messy.
Before I go, I'll be back tomorrow night so we can drink some more. I don't care what the people are thinking. I'm not drunk, I'm just a drinker.
What you can do is, after you switch it off, you just take a peel of an orange and put it in it and close it. And just before you eat, remove the peel. That gives it a completely different dimension.
Come around, get me down.